to my YouTube channel. We are going to be starting the series on .NET programming, specifically VB.NET, and we are going to be using Visual Studio 2019, and we are going to start with basic concepts and then some advanced topics in VB.NET. So let's get started. Week 13 of our course, Web Design and Development. Basically, we are now going to work with data and ADO.NET. We are going to create databases and access the data inside the database. We are going to be linking the database with the different controls of forms, and we are going to be updating, inserting and deleting data. And ADO basically stands for ActiveX Data Object, and it is basically a database access technology that is created by Microsoft, and it's part of the .NET framework, and it provides you access to any kind of data source. For example, if your database or your data is saved and made using SQL, you can access that. Even using Oracle, or you have used Microsoft Access database, you can use all sources of database using ADO.NET. And we are going to be basically starting with something like in Access. I've made a database. The name of database is basically customer, and its table is supplier, and it has 4 fields: ID, company name, product name and description. ID is the primary key, and I'm now going to be going to here to our Visual Studio. Here I've created a new application, form 1, to add the database to this particular .NET framework, or to this file. I'm going to go to Tools, Connect to Database, and because I have used Microsoft Access, I'm going to choose this. If you have used Java, SQL Server, Oracle or any other platform, you can access your database. Because I have made the database using Access, I'll click the first option, Continue. I'll browse the file which is I have saved inside the documents, and right here is the database company. Open the database. Okay, so we will wait. Right here you can see we have company database, we have tables, suppliers, and everything about the table. Each and everything is displayed here. So we have added the database. Now we can connect our database to our form, and I'm going to be creating these. First of all, I'm going to be displaying the data on this form. So for that purpose, we are going to check this chapter number 17 of our book, Visual Basic .NET Programming. And I'm going to be basically you have to revise your database concepts, please, for that purpose. And as we have to do always, we have to basically create a connection, and after creating connection we will write query and so on. So first of all, we are going to import the system.data.oledb. basically this is the engine that is going to be used to access the data inside all the databases. And on button click, basically they have chosen to display the data on button click. Then we have a variable declared as string, and the query is select company name from suppliers. So we can write here select Starix from suppliers. It's not necessary that the name of your table is suppliers, it can be any name. So you will give that name, the name of your data base. You are creating now a connection to, like we create connection string in PHP. Here we are creating a connection string, and the database engine which is used here is a OLEDB connection. You will write it as it is: provider, Microsoft.jet, all these lines same, but the data source you have to give the path of your complete database here. Source, you have to change the source. Here you have to change the attributes and table name, and here you will give the where your database is placed. For example, my database is here in documents, so I'm going to give this complete path of where my file is placed. So after that, again we are going to run our database by giving the connection and the query. Then we are going to open the connection, and we have to create reader. To read the data from the database, a reader has to be created. So I'm going to make a variable which type is OLEDD data reader, and then my reader is equal to my command dot execute reader. Basically this is creating the reader, then executing a reader, which will help us access all the data from the database. While my reader dot read, it will work until there is data, the reader has data, it will go on running and come out of the while loop. So txt data dot text, basically this is the name of text box. Dot text is equal to txt data dot text and my reader dot get string. So what it is doing, that it is one by one displaying the text. When you will click the button, it will display the text in the text box. Then again it will on another button click, it will display the company name in the text box. Then again when you will click button, it will display company name in the text box until your file has no records. So what it is doing, what is the actual command of reading the data? It is my reader dot get string 0 and control characters dot crlf. You have to use as it is. You can skip this control character thing, but get string, my reader dot get string is the most important function. 0 means that we are going to start from 0 column and so on. Then you have to close the reader, and finally you have to close the connection. So always you have to read the data before accessing the data. So we are going to run this code as well. Copy paste the code that I had, which I've explained you people already. Just you have to take care that import system.data.oldb should be the first statement, and inside this we have to use our own button one underscore click. So the one you are going to copy from here, just do not copy these lines, okay? Copy this whole code starting from here up till here, inside this your own button click event. Another thing you have to change is, I told you before, company name, and here you have to give the address, basically path of your file as it is saved in your computer. Okay, another thing that I would like to tell you is that you should be very careful when giving this name of the field and the name of the database that you are using. So okay, here is my access file, and basically the problem I faced was that my file access to the extension ACCDB, which was not accepted by this particular line. As you see here, it is giving me the option of right here I can give the file .mdb. So I did not have the extension mdb. So simply what I had to do was, I have to go to file, save and publish, and here click access 2002-2003 and then save as, and make sure that your file database access file is not open here. If it's open here, it will give you an error. So before writing your code and connecting your database with the Visual Studio, you have to do this if your file is not saved in MDB. Access 2002-2003, save as, it will be saved in MDB form using. I'm simply going to run this file. When I click the button, you can see Shell and Al Fateh. Basically, these are the two company names that I've entered in my database. They are coming here. So you can see the data is coming and it is being displayed inside the text box. Inside the fields, I just want my data to be displayed inside a component. There are many components, data set, data view, and you can basically inside on the form you can make a table kind of a thing, and your data would be displayed like the same as it's displayed in the table. So to control the display, we can add multiple components from the toolbox, and to make it visually appealing.